Hello, fans. I'm the PC Expert Amateur, and this is going to be the last of the fan comparisons, at least for a while. I do have a bunch of old LED fans that aren't original. They're basically stuff that I've already shown in the basic LED fan comparisons, but just from like different models or different brands even. There's a lot of like repetition across different brands, especially in the old days when a lot of companies were still just buying what was manufactured by some company and rebranding them as their own. Whereas now a lot of these companies are either making their own products or they're uh, designing their own products and then handing them off to the manufacturer to make. So I've got 4 here today. Well, you can see that for yourself, actually. Okay, sorry. And so we have, oh, and I have a little challenge for you. I'm going to do something a little bit different this time. Looking at these 4 fans, the Cougar Vortex VX120, the OuYuanSu Prism 4RS, the Lian Li Unifan SL140, and the SilverStone Airblazer 120, which one do you think is the strongest? And which one do you think is the weakest? You don't even have to name the 2 in the middle. Just tell me which one is the strongest and which one is the weakest. And I'm going to guess right now that almost none of you are going to get this right, but give it a try. And then later on, don't change your answer. Just leave it be, and don't give the answers after you find out the answers, because that's not right. I just want to see if you can figure it out based on your own knowledge, or if you've been paying attention to my reviews of these fans, perhaps, or maybe from other sources. Although this one's going to be tough. I found that one on Tucer. But the others, and I just reviewed this one, so that would be the easiest one in some ways. Yeah, anyways, so please do that. And the Silverstone, this is the lighting. And I tried at one point to get these fans all lined up so it looked like the color was going like this across. But this one's turning in the opposite direction. And it just isn't syncing with the others for some reason. And I'm not really sure what the heck is going on with that, but that's annoying. So it's just got the lighting like that. That's all there is to it. And this is, again, the Silverstone Airblazer 120R. This is the Lian Li Unifan SL140. This is the first edition. And it's got the lighting on the front and the back, plus on the sides. You can see that, but not really much of anything on these sides, the business sides. And this is the reversed fan, and it's got lights on every side except for, not really so much this, except for what's bleeding through the cushions. But it's got the line alternating with an infinity mirror, and then there's another line and another infinity mirror. The hub is covered with an aluminum plate, and you can see that this is actually going to be spinning that way, blowing toward the camera. And this is basically a single ring with nothing special on the back except for those spikes sticking out that are supposed to help turn the exhaust into a vortex. And I do not know if my camera is rendering the colors correctly. For me, what I see on my screen is that this one especially, but also the Silverstone, and to a degree the Lian Li, and well, they're all overexposed. Like this one, there's a lot of white in the middle for this one and this one. And there's a lot of white here most of the time. So if you can please tell me, do you see nice colors, or do you see a lot of white? Are the colors that you do see washed out? It would really helpful for me to figure out if this is my monitor or my camera that's doing this, because my monitor is really old and my camera is pretty cheap. So whichever one it is. All right, let me just get these running so that you can see what, if any, is the difference when they're running. And as you have now noticed, there's really not much difference for these two in the middle. They still look pretty much the same. Also, this one definitely has a bit of an impact, as does the Cougar. So looking at them now, just based on the appearance, which one would you be most likely to buy? Put it in your comments, please. Also, if you don't mind, rank them 1 to 4. So 1 being the one you'd be most likely to buy. I'd be curious to find out what people's preferences are like. And I had previously put this in another comparison, but in that comparison, I believe the ring wasn't functioning. So I contacted Cougar and they very kindly replaced it. All right. Now, I'm going to do the part where I use my very, very expensive and fancy tool, this piece of paper, to see how much power each of these has. So let me just set that up for a sec. And I will start with the Cougar, I guess. I have to leave the light on because doing this is really hard to show you when the lights are not on. And I have to hold this correctly, otherwise it's going to distort the result. And this is a difficult one to do that with. So that, see, it keeps on changing because I can't keep the whole paper flat. All right, that is not bad. That's better than average, but let's see how it compares to the other 3. And we will go with this one next, the OuYuanSu. And as you can probably see, this one is stronger than the Cougar. It's pretty strong, actually. Yeah, that's pretty good. For a relatively unknown brand, at least I'd never heard of it before I found it on Temu. That's respectable. I don't know how long it'll last. I don't know if it has like bad bearings or whatever necessarily, but I think that's the best of the 3 from that I have from that company. And one of the things I hate about that company, why is this one, is that they don't like to necessarily, there we go. They don't necessarily like to put their specs up for their fans. I had a hard time with that problem. And we can see that this is just about the same as the OuYuanSu. So those two seem to be tied. And now let's look at this one, the SilverStone. Sorry. Ow! My shoulder twinged and then I stuck my finger in the fan. Dang it. You know, this one also looks really good. Look at that. You know, I think that basically all 3 of these are identical in power. In what they're doing, you know, they're all in a 3-way tie. So how many of you guessed that? I'm going to guess nobody didn't guess that. And I have a confession. I already knew the answer. That's why I set it up this way. Because this is like the 3rd or 4th time I've done this video. Because I either forgot to turn on my microphone or I forgot to wear my microphone. Or the last time I recorded it, I was wearing my microphone, it was on, and then I accidentally somehow press the button so that it was muted. Yeah, I'm getting used to these lapel mics. It's a little bit annoying. So now that you know that these three are all really powerful and this one's not bad, which one would you choose now? Add that to your comments or make a new comment. Either way, and you make a new comment. That's even better. I appreciate if you share that information. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.
Need to ask for your help. I'm sorry. On December 11th, 2024, Amazon terminated me and used false accusations against me. And on December 17th, I had my left shoulder operated on. I'm getting a lot better. I can do some things with my hand and my arm, but it's still pretty limited. If you could please help me out by liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, and turning on notifications for my channels, that would really help. If you want to help me financially and you can afford to, you can go to my Glenn's Fast Reviews and you can do a super thanks as a donation there. If you want to donate on a monthly basis, you can become a member there. And or you can go to patreon.com/GLENNMII. So thank you for that. Also, I'd like to say thank you to bleepingcomputer.com for allowing me to post messages on their forum about my videos. Thank you so much. And don't forget to visit them. They offer a lot of wonderful resources for people who are using computers. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.